What's up, everybody? Welcome once again to the Poindexter Lounge. My name is Enosh, aka Enosh Fett, along with the lovely.
Tifftastic.
That's right. And tonight we're going to talk about
A little show called the Orville.
Yes, we are. And some of you will start to join us here soon. But we wanted to talk about this show because honestly, this show has turned into a lot more than I ever thought it would.
Yes. We are big Seth MacFarlane fans, but we never knew how big that this would actually get or how, I don't even know the wording for it. We watched it out of curiosity and now we can't wait for it every week.
Yeah, and it's funny because this show, it seemed like it was going to be okay, just like another Seth MacFarlane thing, just funny and and just full of jokes and everything. And
Same people from Family Guy kind of thing, and
this show is like just it's transcended everything that I thought this show would be. Honestly, it just really has. When I think about this show and what it has become, it has its funny moments, but it's more serious.
it's more Star Trek-y.
Yes, it's written
cool.
by Brandon Braga, who wrote Next Generation.
And you can see like the picturesque versions of that in this
Yeah,
show.
you can see. I mean, it reminds me so much of Star Trek: The Next Generation.
I want that little ship with the three little things that come off of it. It looks so cool.
So when I first saw it, I wasn't sure about the design. Now I love the design of the ship.
Yes.
I think it's super cool, and like I said, it's cool to see how this show has really transcended what I thought it was going to be. Because I thought it was just going to be this like every week, just one joke after another, just just lowest common denominator stuff. And that's not what this show has become. This show has actually bumped it up, right? Hey, Caleb, what's up, buddy? Good to see you.
It is.
It is right now,
Ours
right?
too.
Like we're not the only ones. Well, it doesn't surprise me, Caleb, because
Yes.
you think a lot
Good
like
taste
we
in
do.
shows.
Have y'all seen the Shazam trailer 2 yet? So we saw. We'll talk about that, but we want to dedicate this time to talk about the Orville. Okay, so we'll talk about what the Orville is. Their bad apple, but. We saw. I will just say that we saw the little teaser thing for Shazam. Apparently, there is a full trailer coming on Tuesday, so I kind of want to wait until then.
And we'll have the whole family too.
And we'll have the whole family then, and we'll talk about exactly what we think about that on Tuesday during our live Talk Nerdy to Me segment after the Flash. Okay, deal. So the Orville is a show that started this last season. Well, it's in its second season now. But it started off. It's not the second trailer. Yeah, it's a TV spot for the football game tonight. Yep. See. Caleb's good. Caleb's like, let's stay on topic. Let's steer this ship.
Focus.
Steer this ship in. So it's made by Seth MacFarlane, who did who's done Family Guy
American Dad.
American Dad, several different shows,
Yes.
spin-offs of Family Guy, whatever. And so it was supposed to be kind of a Star Trek-like
Yes.
TV show. And like I said, when it first came out, I thought, okay, this is just going to be one joke after another because, I'm thinking Family Guy, I'm thinking Seth MacFarlane, that's how it's going to be.
Laura.
What I was surprised by was that it was more serious.
It really actually shows off Seth MacFarlane's acting chops. I
Yeah.
think, because it shows a lot of dimension in his character, and I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, so it's a lot more serious than I thought it was going to be. And then it's great, though, because it's grounded, right? And that's what I love. Yes, Caleb, it's a comedy drama.
Sci-fi show. That's exactly what it is.
And that's exactly what it is. But the thing is, it's more like Star Trek than Star Trek is right now.
It is. And the animation is phenomenal for this show.
Yeah, I'm surprised that they gave him the kind of money that they would need to do this show.
Yeah.
Because it is like you said, the graphics are amazing in this. Every week they seem to do something that I'm like,
I wish we had a ship or a place that did half the stuff that
oh
place
my
did.
goodness,
It's
like
so cool.
it's really done well. And then also what I love is the writing is very similar to Star Trek: The Next Generation. And so they have dealt with some like really big topics, like social topics right now. I mean they've dealt with with even like stuff like transgenderism and homosexuality in a way that are real hot button issues for some people politically and different things like that. I think they dealt with like abortion on one thing. They've just dealt with so many things. But here's the interesting thing is like they'll set up this really serious premise.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, they'll hit you with this joke because it's grounded,
Yes.
right? It's not. It doesn't take itself too seriously, yet it's not so loose that it's just stupid. It's not stupid humor. And I've heard a lot of people say, "Well, I don't want to watch the Orville because I don't like stupid humor. I don't like lowbrow humor, and that's just what I think it is." And honestly, that's not what this show is.
Such a good watch.
But the cast for the show is tremendous. And if you liked Star Trek: The Next Generation, you'd like this show.
Yes.
I know so many people who gave this show just a chance, just because they wanted to see what it was.
And they're so happy that they did.
And they're so happy they did. Now, what I'm really surprised by, and Caleb, I'd like to hear your thoughts about this, and anybody else also out there who's seen the show and you're a Star Trek fan, or you're a fan of this show, The Orville, I'm really surprised sometimes that Seth is able to get away with doing this show. Yeah. And not get slapped down.
To Star Wars for like almost plagiarism.
Star Trek, yeah.
Or Star Trek, I'm sorry.
Because it is
Space
so
stuff.
much. Caleb says, DSC is weird right now, like the season 2 premiere, but it's not Star Trek. It's not Star Trek. JJ Trek is more Trek than DSC. Orville really fits that itch of hopeful sci-fi in a sea of dystopian sci-fi. Yep.
Nice. That's exactly how it feels.
Hi Gerald. Hi Sky. Yo. And Clorox. Yes, it is off topic. Somebody already brought it up, but we are actually going to be talking about it. It's actually not. Yeah, like you said, it's kind of a teaser, but it's just for the Shazam thing. It's just for the football game tonight. There's actually a full trailer coming out Tuesday, and we'll review that then.
Yes.
But right now we're talking about the Orville, and just that it is hopeful. It's just become everything that I loved about the Next Generation, about the interaction with the crew.
The relationships, the fights, the different fights with the different aliens and the different other organizations that are out in the sky. I mean, it's even so cute, and when you hear in an episode, it's like, oh, it's just a couple light years away. It's like it's cute humor, but yet it still keeps it in that sci-fi
I
realm.
like the fact that they're not shying away from really hot issues too, because like and everything doesn't always end in like just a cheerful way that everybody's just happy either. I mean, there was just an episode, and here's spoilers, but if hopefully you watch the show. But so they had an episode this last week or a couple weeks ago where there was a planet that was getting ready to be destroyed by its sun. Basically, the sun had gone supernova and was finally, swallowing the Earth or this planet, like they say, will happen to the Earth in a few billion years. And so they were there to observe. And in observing, they found out the fact that there were actually people living underground on this planet. And this planet had like less than 24 hours to survive. And so they go to get the people out of the planet. And when they go, apparently they can only fit like 30 people in the shuttlecraft because they don't have beaming technology.
Welcome, Warriors Nation.
Yeah, hey, what's up? What's up, Alan? So they don't have beaming technology like on Star Trek to be able to beam people out of there. So they have to send
little mini shuttles.
Yeah, so they have to send the shuttle to go to get the people out. And when they go get the people out, there's only room for 30 people on the shuttlecraft. But yet I think there was like 70 or 80 people underground that they needed to get out. And the people there had to make the tough decision about who was going to go and who was going to stay, who was going to be able to take and continue their society. And this was it. There was only 80 people left on this whole planet. And I was just like, wow, that's a
hard thing to talk about.
Now I will say this. By the time they got on the shuttlecraft and everybody's kind of sitting there and there's like 5 feet between where the two crew members are sitting and the people begin, I was like, man, I'd have been laying those people out on the floor, stacking them up to the ceiling and be like, look, it's going to take about 15 minutes to get back to the ship, but y'all are going to live. So just shut up and stay in the back, all right?
Sit on your friend and be quiet.
But other than that, I mean, like I said, you got it's got these similarities to Star Trek where you have a character who's very much like a Klingon, kind of reminds you
Yes.
of Worf,
Bortus.
Bortus, and his and so here's the thing too. So his race, they're all males,
Yes.
right? And so they had an episode where the two males, they were having a child
Yes.
together, and on that planet, if there's a girl born, they automatically turn it into a boy.
Yes.
They have a ceremony or whatever, and they turn it into a boy, and the one parent did not want it to be, and the other parent did,
Was following pretty much their
and
protocol.
it
of their
created a
race.
conflict and a rift that into the second season
Is being still tried.
is still being explored, and I love that because that's an issue that would not just be like whatever, right? But the fact that it's still going on, that it just wasn't glanced over, and it's like, oh, that was just one episode where these parents would have this disagreement. But now, they came to a decision, and the child ended up being assigned a male gender, even though the other one still did not, and he just kind of went along with it. Bortus just kind of went along with it, but he did not like the fact at all. And so it really shows you that, like, if something like that were to be true in real life, that would not be just something that you just go, well, I'm fine with that now.
But that also goes into, Caleb just mentioned something, if you read his comment.
Yeah, I know. Caleb's made a couple
because
comments.
that actually goes into that, no, it's the last one.
Last one, okay.
It kind of goes into the storyline of some animosity that can creep up if you just say that you're dealing with it.
Yeah, no, yeah, because here in season 2, yes, the second episode, they dealt with pornography addiction, and so Bortus, the guy who did not want the child to be assigned the male gender, went ahead and he was dealing with pornography because he was disconnecting from
The situation.
the situation. And hey, that's all right, Caleb, man. Don't worry about it, man. We all go through stuff, dude. And so it was really interesting to see how they dealt with that. And that's the kind of things that I'm talking about. They're dealing with these interesting topics
that not everyone wants to touch or even just like talk about on a show, let alone in real life.
And what's funny is they can deal with a topic like that, and then another episode this season so far that dealt with Bortus is they have to go back to his planet because apparently
They only pee once a year, and I would like you to be a part of that.
it's a special ceremony that you go so that the guy can pee, and like he invites his whole family there to urinate and family and friends and everything to urinate because it's what they do. And so I really thought that it's a very comical thing, but they tie that in with some other
But
things
you have
too.
those palate cleanser episodes in between the serious hitting episodes that they have, which is very cool.
Yes, and so I have just really come to enjoy this show and look forward to it now. And
And what topics they're going to discuss.
aloha, yeah. I can't remember how that's pronounced, Caleb, but I know Jaloja. There, okay. Says, well, that was a holdover episode from episode 1. It messed up the flow of season 1, so they decided to wait to air it and reshot some scenes. Yeah, and that's fine. He was talking about the season 2 episode there where they talked about pornography, but it still was a good episode, though. Let's see. Caleb also said, a lot of people dislike there is less of a reliance on comedy this season. Ed is way more serious, them going all in on character development in the premiere. You know what? So I get that. I mean, they have dealt with a lot of. They've been setting up who these people are.
Yeah.
And we're getting to know them. I kind of don't mind though.
Yeah.
Because this
Except
kind of
for the relationship thing is
for me for me this is kind of scratching that itch like they were talking about like for old school Star Trek Next Generation stuff, because I love Star Trek The Next Generation. Growing up with that since I was a kid. I never really connected with any of the Star Trek shows again, like I did with the Next Generation. I mean, I watched a little bit of Deep Space Nine, but Deep Space Nine really didn't do it for me because it was like every week it was like everything comes to us and we, they moved the battle station like once, a couple feet, whatever to avoid something, and so it just didn't really do it for me. And I really wanted to like Star Trek Enterprise because I love Scott Bakula.
I love Scott Bakula.
And that was perfect, but it didn't connect me the way that I wanted to connect with Star Trek again. And I have not watched any of Discovery. I don't know if any of you guys have watched Discovery, if you guys have that Paramount network. I just can't bring myself to actually buy the network just to watch Star Trek. So just the one show. So but let me know what you guys think about that. I'd be interested in hearing about that. But this show has done a really good job in just presenting stories that are relevant, that hold your attention. I mean, I love the fact that his first officer is his ex-wife,
and they get along for the most part, which is hard to do. For those of you in real life that have to deal with that on a daily, weekly, monthly basis, it's not as easy as they make it look on TV.
No, and I love the fact that they brought out they brought out in the story that like what really happened. He thought his wife just cheated on him.
Yeah.
And that's why he just left, and left the relationship. And come to find out, she was under the control of a mind control species.
Because he witnessed it firsthand when that species came on board their ship.
And did it to him. And so...
Still didn't take away the hurt of what he went through, but it kind of made him see it from a different perspective.
Thank you, Pixar!
Thank you.
You're awesome, Pixar 1995! We try, man. We're trying. We're kicking it here, right? We're just talking about the stuff that we love, and that's what we do around here. But yeah, so he, so I love that it's like the truth came out, but yet there's still not. It's not that just everything goes back to being like normal, because they kind of left off the season where it was kind of like, oh, okay, are they going to get together now? Because they kind of got over that. But now they started off this season. She has a boyfriend, and then this last week's episode where he kind of got duped into being in a relationship. But thanks, Pixar. I really appreciate it. You're pretty great yourself. I appreciate that so much. I will never turn down a compliment on the channel. So that is so awesome. We appreciate each and every one of you guys for watching. We really do. And so Caleb said here, says, personally, I liked it given that Ed has left the honeymoon period of being a captain.
Yes.
And he's had a massive emotional ordeal with Kelly. He's not going to be the same happy-go-lucky captain he was last season.
Which is what I like about him. That's what I like about him this season.
Yeah. He's grown.
Yes.
That was when we first met Ed, Seth MacFarlane's character, he was messed up. He was
Whiny, cynical.
Yeah, and everything was a joke. Everything, he kind of had that.
He couldn't take everything seriously, which is what it kind of
because he did not want to focus and be responsible.
Yes.
And now,
it's like, who hurt you?
Yeah, and now after having been on the ship now a while and been captain, he's really grown. And I will say this, I read an article online this week from somebody that they didn't care for him as the captain. And they said that the show suffered from the fact that Seth MacFarlane felt like he had to put himself in as the captain. That the show would have been better somehow if he had chosen to be like one of the ensigns, right? Instead, and maybe switch those roles, because of his humor and everything. And I thought to myself, no, I don't think so either.
Because he has the right amount of humor in the times that he needs it, but then he has the serious moments when he needs it. And that's actually where him and Kelly work together. Even though they're exes and everything like that, it's still one of those things that they can work together and put their past behind them to work for the team and keep them safe.
Yeah, and what's her name is Kelly.
Adrian?
Adrian Pilecki. We've been saying that name a lot because we just shot a few videos here that you could see.
We have a handful of videos that'll be coming out this week, so look for those too.
Yes, so today was our day to kind of shoot a bunch of videos because we had no kids around and we just needed to get a bunch of videos out. But we just watched her in the Aquaman TV pilot.
Yes.
That was done around the time. That was done around the time Smallville was out, and so she was in that.
And she was blonde and younger and crazy.
Yeah, and so we were talking about her, because of that, and that's kind of what brought up this discussion with me and Tiff tonight. We said, we need to take this to the people. We need to have a conversation
because we love this, and every time we watch it, we want to talk to everybody about it
and see if you guys are into it. That Harry Mudd episode was classic Trek, though.
It was.
Yes, it was. It definitely was. So let's talk about some of the other characters too. So I think it's funny, the doctor on this, she's pretty much a doctor of everything.
She is.
She'll take care of you physically and apparently is a psychiatrist.
And she can fix any like broken bones.
She does it all, which is fine.
Yeah.
You know, whatever.
I think everybody needs one of
Yeah,
those.
which is whatever. And then also, I love Norm Macdonald's character. He plays this
Yes.
blob of goo. He looks like a
He
blob
looks
of
like
flubber.
Sorry. Get
Not
out of my
planned.
brain.
Not planned. That's why I married her. So yeah, he looks like flubber, and he's hilarious, and he's got a
Yes.
thing for the doctor, and it's like, I don't even want to know how that relationship would work.
Well, in order to have relations, she has to like get all up in his goo, which is weird and funny and interesting all at once.
Yeah.
That's a really nice way to put it.
So yeah, so I just that's funny. I love the ensign. What is his the guy who pilots the ship? I can't think of his name right now.
redhead?
Yeah, the redhead guy.
Yeah.
I just can't think of it right now.
Those of you who watch it, tell us the name. Caleb.
Yeah,
Come
Caleb,
on.
I know you're out there, man.
I
But
love his humor. I think
Yeah.
I think his humor takes over where Seth MacFarlane's usually would if it were a character, say on Family Guy as Peter Griffin or something like that. The fact that it's his, I don't want to say underling, but it's like with him being the captain, all the people that are under him, he kind of takes on that comedy role.
Yeah.
Because he's the one that's goofing off and, trying to, do this because I want to like impress the ladies and stuff like that. So
Yeah, which is Gordon.
yes.
Gordon.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, so I love his character. Now, I am bummed that it appears we just lost
Alara.
Alara.
Yeah. Or at least for a little while.
Yeah, who is the engineer, or not the engineer, I'm sorry, chief of security.
Who is
on,
super strong. Or
Yeah.
dealing with that.
But that was a great episode,
It
too.
was. And that hit some like hot button issues too.
Yeah, just dealing with things about like
Family.
families and how
Disappointments.
and expectations for it, and that that really hits really close for us, because with our 3 boys and everything,
Yes.
I'm always trying to make sure that I really want to balance out the expectations that I put on them with reality and not be too hard on them, yet not be
Leading
too
by
lenient
example.
on them, but lead by example, and that's why we got the channel here. I mean, because we like to do things
And
together.
why they have a say here.
Yeah, exactly. And so, and that's why like sometimes like people will leave a comment and go like, well, the 2 younger ones, they give like sometimes Logan will give like a 1-word answer, like, what do you think of the movie? It's like, I liked it. It was good. That's fine, because I want him to be able to have those experiences
Yes.
and be able to have fun and do
vocalize
this
how he
together.
actually feels.
Exactly.
And sometimes
so,
him responding that way is his way of internalizing and kind of trying to take it all in at once and
Yeah.
not being able to verbalize it.
yeah, and so that episode was a great one like
Yes.
that, where she was able to connect with her family and and be able to
That's true, Isaac.
to get back together with them, and so I get that from that standpoint, but I'm gonna miss her
Yeah.
because I was really just starting to really like her.
yeah.
Now that being said, we got Warburton.
Patrick Warburton. I
Warburton.
I think it's hilarious that he looks like a little elephant with he's saying
my
he has 2
goodness.
esophaguses.
Oh my
So
goodness!
I think that's hilarious, and it just brings. But the one thing I just told you yesterday, watching the episode that we had taped, was it's not like Joe Swanson on Family Guy. Yes, he's in there. Yes, he's funny, but they're not overusing him. They're not using him so much that you're just like, okay,
Yes.
that's too much.
Yes.
It's just enough, and it's always comedic when it's
Well,
with him.
anything Patrick Warburton's in,
Yes.
I just love Patrick Warburton. I mean, even as a Superman fan, Patrick Warburton, and I don't know if a lot of you have seen this, maybe you guys have, but he did a string of commercials.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Tick.
No, I mean, he was the Tick. He was definitely the Tick. But he did a string of commercials with Jerry Seinfeld.
Oh my gosh, that's right.
I think it was for American Express a few years ago, where he played Superman.
Yeah.
He was Superman, and that was like, now I gotta watch those again. I gotta pull those up on YouTube because those were great. Just to
They should
watch
just
the
bring those
interaction.
back. They're bringing back the camel for Wednesdays.
Oh my goodness.
And Mike.
Oh my goodness. Is Seth MacFarlane dating the actress who plays Alara?
Oh my gosh, no way.
Really? Now, see, that is something I didn't know. That's
And
what I love
very
about.
interesting.
That's interesting. I was not aware of that.
And I
So
can see that, weirdly enough.
That's really interesting. So I wonder why she's leaving the show. I wonder if it's like a personal thing that's going on or whatever.
Unless she's got some stuff going on. Unless you know, Caleb, the story behind that.
Yeah.
Intrigue.
Let us know.
Very
So
intrigued.
Caleb, you brought up because I want to hit a couple things that you talk about here. You said Discovery is just It's hard to describe. I liked the 2-part premiere, but the rest of the season just went downhill, aside from magic to make the sanest men go mad. Boy, that's an episode. That's a mouthful. Which was moi perfection. Moi. I love that. Moi. That's awesome. So yeah, I haven't got to watch Discovery yet, and honestly, I don't know anybody who has. Everybody I know, and I know a lot of good, like, strong Star Trek fans that have not gotten the Paramount Network because they don't want to spend the money just for the one show. Now I know they've had Spock on there, I guess, and some other characters, and I don't know. I haven't really heard any personal, all I've read is the stuff online, and it's hard to tell because you don't know who people are, and you don't know what their likes are, and you don't, personally. But I'm interested. I'm interested to know what the show is, because I've watched pretty much every Star Trek show. I mean, I really liked Voyager. I thought Voyager was a cool, fresh take on it, and a new thing. But yeah, no, I'd be interested to hear about that. But let's see here. You said hopefully we'll get more of that in season 2 of Discovery. The premiere was a great, strong episode, and I'm hopeful about it. Well, that's cool. I kind of shipped Alara and Isaac. Kind of shipped. I think that might be is that a typo? Just after the one comment back in season 1. Kind of shipped Alara and Isaac. Oh yeah, we didn't even talk about Isaac. So Isaac he's a good character.
Yes.
He is. But you know what? I cannot listen to Isaac without thinking about Data.
Yeah, I know.
And I know
kind of the way that they're going with that, though.
Yeah, I mean, I know that it's supposed to be that kind of character, but he sounds like Data, which goes back to the fact that it's like, how is Seth MacFarlane getting away with doing this show without getting sued and getting it taken off the air? Because it is such a Star Trek
ism
thing. I mean, it's Star Trek just with different names and a different ship design, and I mean, so many similarities are there, and I know that's what he set out to do, but it's like, shipped is the past tense version of shipping. Well, yeah, I know, but which means to rally for a relationship. Oh, okay. See, now I did not know that.
We learned something new today.
Caleb,
Thank you, Caleb.
I always learn something new from you, buddy. Thank you so much. I was not aware that was a term. So, which means to rally for a relationship on. So you were looking for Alara and Isaac to get together. Now, see, that's interesting. But I mean, they've kind of joked about it a little bit with the Doctor.
Yeah.
And Isaac.
Because Isaac's been around to help her kids and stuff like that.
And that was as a parent, that was such a gratifying episode where the doctor's son was getting involved with the bratty kid that was like getting him in trouble, and the other parents came in all just like, oh, well, it's your child and your child.
My child's doing nothing wrong.
And man, they just slapped that down real quick, and like when the other parents had to walk out of the room all dejected because Isaac was just like, nope, this is what's going on, this is what's going on, this is what's going on, this is what's going on.
This is the data that I have recorded, and it was your son,
so gratifying as a parent to watch that, because I hate that when you get people who are
snooty
just
parents who do no wrong.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, I did not know that, Caleb. I was not familiar with that term. Then Caleb says, oh gosh, don't remind me. Come on, Seth, you couldn't keep it in your pants for one season. This is a joke. I hope they're happy. They seem happy together. Context for that joke: Seth MacFarlane is dating the actress who plays Alara. Okay, I didn't see the first part of that. So that all I saw was the that he's dating her. So Alan, Warriors Nation says we get the Paramount Channel free here in the UK.
Lucky.
Well, I guess if you want to see Star Trek, you can either pay for the network or move to the UK. That's what we can get from that, huh? Well, that's interesting that you guys get that free. Today we actually did a video about it, and I won't give the whole thing away, so you guys can watch the video when we put it together, so it won't make the video meaningless after we did it all. But we talked about DC Universe, because we subscribe to DC Universe, and there's some information coming out this week that like they're kind of concerned because they're having a hard time getting subscribers and things like that. And the thing is that actually, I mean, because we're talking about CBS All Access, so we're talking about streaming services and stuff. That's one of the things. Like you're in the UK, Alan, and anybody outside the United States, they can't get the DC universe. It's not available outside the United States. And one of the things that we find is that there are a ton of DC fans. Just, I mean, a ton of DC fans. I would even venture to say right now, with the way things are here in the United States, as far as like the love for Marvel, right now, it's not like back when I was a kid when. You know, like I'm watching DC Universe and I'm watching like Super Friends and you know and the old Wonder Woman show and
childhood loves.
And I'm telling you what, man, it brings back all those memories for me. You know, meanwhile at the Hall of Justice, I mean, it's just such great stuff. And but you know, that's the thing is I grew up with all those characters and in that environment. Nowadays, it's kind of shifted where everybody is such Marvel fans, they act like they can't be DC fans.
Yeah.
And I say you be a fan of everything.
Both.
Be a fan of both.
Place for nerds.
There, you know, there's always those things that you're gonna love more. But you know, the DC universe, there's a lot of great stuff on there. But they're all worried now about subscribers and stuff. But it's like you got the rest of the world, man, that's clamoring for it. And we see it all the time in the messages that we get from people and in the comments that we get here in the comment sections and stuff of videos that we do, that there are a lot of DC fans all over the world. And so, you know, you know, I'd like to see that. I know Titans is going to be on Netflix internationally, so they'll be able to get some of the shows. But I know that they're really clamoring and wanting people to sign up for the DC Universe, the actual streaming service, Caleb, and I'm really hoping that they don't, you know, make the mistake of. Which I see a lot. I mean, we've seen it a lot this last couple of years with movie studios like, well, oh, you didn't like this, so then they panic and then they go do something like change direction all over the place real quick. And in doing so, they kind of take away the stuff that we love. And I know that Warner Brothers does have a streaming service that they're working on. And so I'm hoping that doesn't somehow get messed up, that they don't feel that they got enough subscribers for the DC universe. And now then they just try to lump it in maybe with Warner Brothers, and maybe the price goes up because you get all this extra stuff and everything, because I like where the price point is right now for
it's doable for us.
For the DC streaming service. And I like the content, and I really hope that doesn't go away or really drastically change because they try to then lump it in with Warner Brothers.
But if you want to see more of what we said, you can always check that video later in the week.
So check out that video. But back to the Orville, when we just last left the Orville.
Meanwhile at the
Orville, CBS All Access is the streaming service for the CBS channel. Yes, Discover. Oh, that's a different one. Okay. Discovery is a streaming exclusive. It does not air on broadcast. Okay, it is on Netflix. Okay. I thought you were talking. See, it's hard to do the show and read the comments all at the same time. So I get what you're saying now, Caleb. That's actually that Star Trek is on Netflix internationally, and so Netflix is kind of nailing down that kind of stuff. As Disney is kind of taking away things from them and saying, no, we're not gonna play ball in your court anymore. We're gonna take it all to our court and make everybody come to our stadium, you know, our backyard, whatever. You know, it's interesting to see how Netflix is kind of working with others, and so that's cool too. But yeah, this show has just been really cool.
You haven't had a chance to check it out, or you've been pushing it off, not sure if you'd like it or not, give it a try, make it through a couple episodes, and tell us that you're not hooked.
Yeah, because if you don't like this, and if you are a Star Trek Next Generation fan and you don't like the Orville, my only guess is that you just like everything super uber serious and that you never like a joke.
Ever.
Because you know, this reminds me of it, right? Because you know the way that Patrick Stewart over these last few years has kind of like really shown his sense of humor in some of the things that he's done and everything. This reminds me of what Captain Picard could have been like if like Patrick Stewart's true personality came out.
Like who he plays in American Dad.
Yeah, that kind of thing. I mean, you know, which I've heard that, you know, they're going to, I mean, this last week, they brought on, I can't remember his name, Caleb probably knows, the doctor from Star Trek Voyager played a character on the Orville. Actually played Alara's dad.
That's right.
This last week, and they're talking about more and more of that. And I heard
cameos like that would be awesome.
I thought I heard that they were because Patrick Stewart is on American Dad with Seth MacFarlane and has been on Family Guy, and that they've talked about Patrick Stewart coming on to
even if it's a
the
one
Orville.
episode cameo, it would be awesome.
Wow. And then okay, so and then like even this kind of social thing where so they've got their version of like the bad guys, right? Like the Klingons or whatever that
They have the krill,
the krill. And
which is also a fish that whales eat.
see, she's full of knowledge as well.
I
but
got jokes in smart stuff.
there you go. Not just Caleb, man. She's
know.
on. Caleb will tell you here on the channel about like everything that you need to know about nerd stuff. Tiffany will tell you about microorganisms.
Plethora of
There
information
you go.
that makes no sense to
There you go.
anybody, but
But no, so they had that, and I thought this last week's episode was yes, that's what I was gonna say. This week's episode
It
was
was.
on point. It was so great to see that they talked about
and
like
the makeup is phenomenal too.
yeah. So we'll let you.
I
we'll let
wasn't.
you-
I wasn't
we'll
gonna
let you
say because I didn't want to start a fight or anything for
Say it.
people who may or
Say
may
it.
not like it.
Say
but
it.
I am a big
gonna take
fan
a
of
drink.
watching. I like to watch Face Off because I have one son who loves art, and he's actually thinking of different things that he can do as he goes into his senior year next year. And so we get to see a lot of the makeup and everything on Face Off. So watching last week's episode with the krill, I was telling him that the makeup for the krill is even better than the makeup that you see on Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
And that's a TV show versus a movie that has a bigger budget. And I think the makeup was much better. It was done very well. You can't see the lines with the way that they did it. It can emote. So,
And what a story.
oh, it was awesome.
You know, I knew something was up with her
Oh,
when
yeah.
they brought
We
her
both
onto the
did.
ship, But man, I did not really expect that for them to do that.
No.
And I don't want to get too much into it. I
Yeah.
want to talk about it, but if you haven't watched it already,
Such a good episode.
it's such a good episode and such a
and it leaves it open for interpretation and for it to bring it back later on in the season or even the next,
And you know that they're going to.
Oh,
if,
yeah,
if they
have
with the
to.
other stuff that they've already brought back like that and done, you know that they're going to.
Yes.
And so I look,
But I look forward to that
that
episode when it actually comes back.
Yeah, this is one of those shows now that like I'm really concerned about and I want people to watch
I
now
know.
because like I don't want to lose this show now. It's one
It
of
is.
those things.
I agree, Caleb. It's even one of those things that at the end of the episode, when you get that 2 minute or 1 minute snippet of next week on this episode,
Yeah.
it's like now we gotta wait a week, and I'm excited and I can't wait to see what's gonna happen next.
Well, Caleb
I'm
said
looking
too.
forward to
Caleb
it.
said too that this week's episode with the krill was a great payoff from last season
Yes, it was.
with the one character.
Yes, and bringing it
the
back
female
around
character.
town.
Yes, bringing it back around town for sure. And just talking about trust and breaking down your walls and your fears of other people and things like that. Man, what a great episode! And I feel
It takes
so-
you on a journey.
so I've talked to you all, and you guys all know that I work at this church, and so I'm one of the pastors there. I'm the worship pastor there, so I head up the music and other things. And also I head up like talking to people. When you come to visit our church and stuff, I'm the one who like calls people and everything. I call every visitor back and ask them how their experience was and everything, and try to make people feel welcome.
Find out where they need to get plugged in if they want to stay.
And so, but we have a tech director, and him and we talk about stuff all the time. And Jordan and I are even thinking about doing a podcast because we're both into, just all things
A lot of the same
sci-fi
stuff.
and everything like that. And so he watches the Orville too. And
Mm-hmm.
it seems like every week we get together like at work, and we're just like, did you watch this week? Did you watch it? And like he'll say like, no, I haven't watched it yet. And
You
he's
need
like,
to hurry up
I'm
and
like,
watch it,
dude,
'cause I need to
you
talk."
need to watch this because we need to talk about this. And we love talking about it because like just the social issues and all that stuff is so good that I just love the way that they do stuff, the way that they approach it.
Yes.
And it's like must-see TV, and it's like I want people to really like this show because I don't want this show to
No,
go
I
away.
know.
This has like quickly become one of my favorite shows to watch,
Mm-hmm.
literally. What did Caleb say there? Caleb said, I don't listen to casting news much, but I heard about the new permanent security officer, but I don't really remember. I don't look at IMDb or anything. I know a little bit, but I keep viewings fresh. So he's already on. So I had no idea that the new Orville crew member from the last episode was that one character from last season. You mean Patrick Warburton, the security officer, or the actress? Because Patrick Warburton, who replaced Laura
For now.
or the lady. Oh, the cartographer. Okay,
Cartographer.
yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, because I didn't know that either. I didn't know that that's who that was going to be either. Yeah, because I'm like you. Tiffany will search IMDb all day
IMDb.
for
International Movie Database.
IMDb. I should know that by now because I got a friend who's got a son now who's actually on
Yes.
IMDb.
DB.
IMDb. Hey, Buck.
I'm just one of those
there's a
people-
reference for you.
I'm one of those people that if I can't figure it out, I go on IMDb and I find out what it is. So I like to check that out.
Really? Is Patrick Warburton just a guest star? Now, see, I didn't know that. I like Patrick Warburton. I was getting used to the fact of having him on there now.
But maybe it'll be nice just to have him on there until or unless Laura comes back.
Yes, and their engineer is great as well. The guy who plays the engineer on the show,
Yes.
he's phenomenal. He's hilarious and just a ladies' man, and that cracks me up. When him and Gordon get together and they're just laughing and joking and like they're great together. They're gold. Like I said, just a great episode. Like a couple episodes ago where Ed is jealous
Yes.
over the fact that Kelly has a new boyfriend, and he literally gets in a shuttlecraft and goes around the ship and does a drive-by.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? That was hilarious.
Rolling.
Oh my gosh, that he's
spaceship.
I mean drive-by, not like he shot anybody, but like
Yeah,
he's
no.
like driving by her
Her window.
by her window and just to spy on her.
Ah.
Really?
That's very
Interesting.
cool.
Yeah.
That's very
Huh.
cool.
That's interesting. Caleb was talking about who the new security officer is, so you guys can check that out. Yeah, so it's just a great show. I love the fact that they have a holodeck
Yes.
because that's very Star Trek Next Generation as well. And as disturbing as the porn addiction one was. With all of the, what is Bortus? What is he again? He's a
I forgot what he is. Caleb can probably tell us though.
yeah. We just need to fly Caleb to Michigan so that Caleb can just be in on these.
Get
with
us our informational.
But yeah, as you know, it was cool to see like they use things in a different way because they answer questions like we'd always think about, right? Because there's like, I'm sorry, those are stupid questions that go through your brain sometimes. It's like, okay, well, if the holodeck is like kind of realistic in every way, could somebody program it and use it in a dirty way, in a certain way and stuff? And it's like, yeah, they can. And I love the fact that it got infected with a virus.
Because of it.
That is hilarious. That is the real world stuff that I'm talking about. That was just so funny that the ship, it almost killed everybody.
Yeah.
You know, because he was watching porn and got the thing infected. That was great. And going back to something you glossed over, there is a teleporter technology, but it's in it. Yes, I do know that. I was actually thinking about that. Seth has said that it may integrate in the future, but for the time being, there are no plans. The episode with the zoo. Yep. No, I know exactly what you're saying because you're right. When I mentioned that, we got off talking about something else. But when we were talking about the episode that just passed, where they were getting everybody off of the planet, I thought because Seth said that they may integrate it at some point. I thought, well, maybe it'll be like now where they'll kind of use it and try to get it to work. But it'll be interesting to see what that is because he also said it was kind of different, that it wasn't just kind of like the same as regular. What streaming service is available on? I'm sorry. What's up, Cheese Whiz? I love you, Cheese Whiz. I've always loved Cheese Whiz. Orville, yeah.
Next day.
Yeah, Hulu has the Orville. So I didn't know if you were talking about that or Discovery because we've been talking about a few different things on a few different streaming networks. So, but yeah, you can find it on Hulu. It is on Hulu. I don't think it's on Netflix yet.
No.
But it is on Hulu. So you can find it on Hulu. But it's a great show. It's a lot of fun. Ooh, awesome. Just like Cheese Whiz. Cheese Whiz is something I have not had in a long time, actually, because of the weight loss journeys that we are on. But we'll take you, Cheese Whiz, instead. All right, you'll be our Cheese Whiz. But yeah, so it's just something we needed to talk about because we've really been enjoying the show. Last season we enjoyed the whole season, and this season so far has just been.
And we wanted to see who else out here that follows us and loves to talk with us, who actually liked the show, who didn't. See if we can get some more people coming on board with us because it's just a great show that the whole family loves.
Yes, absolutely. And so we should probably do another one of these because, you know, we had originally planned at the beginning of the season that we were going to do this for Gotham and talk about Gotham. I mean, obviously we do the Flash show, we watch the Flash, and then we reviewed the Flash. But Gotham is another one that we have not talked about really a lot this season, and this is the final season.
And it's a phenomenal season.
It's interesting.
Every episode is
very interesting. And Gotham is one of those things that I have such a love-hate relationship with. That's why I think I love the Orville so much, is because there are a lot of shows like that I kind of have this love-hate relationship with.
Supergirl, Gotham.
Supergirl, Gotham. It's like when it's good, it's good. When it's bad, it seems to be really bad.
Yeah.
But the Orville so far has been consistent.
Yeah.
It's just a fun, upbeat show that gets you in your nostalgia with Star Trek: The Next Generation. If you like Star Trek at all, you'd like it.
Yes.
And if you like Family Guy or anything else that Seth MacFarlane does, you're gonna like it.
Vein.
It's in that vein too. But it's consistently good. The writing is really good on the show. You know, the writing, and you don't see that often with a show like that. Caleb says, I'm kind of excited for what's next because the major broadcast networks are talking about maybe they might stop using Nielsen ratings. Yes, which would throw cancellation quotas out the window.
That would be cool.
That right there.
That would help this out.
That right there would be good because there's a lot of shows like that get canceled. Nowadays, so Fox shows may benefit from this, yes. You know, because it's sad.
Story.
It's so sad that we see so many times nowadays shows get canceled where, like, in the past, man, networks would commit to a show, right? And they would just go with the show, and, like, you'd wonder, like, why is this show on the air?
Yeah.
And then somewhere along the third season, all of a sudden, something would click in and be good, and, like, then it'd be this huge hit.
Yeah.
Right? Rarely in the past did you ever see, and rarely anymore, do you see that, like, shows just come out the gate and they're a huge hit.
Yeah.
You know? Because you got to get to know the characters.
Except for shows like The Flash.
Well, see, I don't know, because, like, even shows like The Flash, right? Like, the first season was great.
I was hooked in the first episode.
I was too. But if you go back and, like, say right now we're in the 5th season of The Flash. If you go back and you watch that first season of The Flash,
like
you
Isaac
see,
did?
Yeah, you're going to see with any show about how slow it was at first. Right? Because a lot of, I think, what keeps you hooked to a show is that anticipation of what it's going to be.
Who you're gonna bring on? What's
right?
next?
Because you don't have an established thinking about what this show is. So
True.
So to experience that again, when you go back and watch it, you go, wow, you know, it was kind of slower. It wasn't as fast paced as it was now. We didn't know all the things, didn't have all the knowledge that we had. Now you got like 5 years worth of knowledge for a show like The Flash. But with a lot of shows, sitcoms especially, man, Fox, since its inception, and I remember when Fox came out.
Yeah.
I remember when Fox came out, and it's like they went through so many shows that were just here and gone. Though I hear Fox sees the fan community behind the Orville, and they're throwing around ideas for spin-offs. Spin-offs of the Orville. Wow, that'd be interesting. But so even with that, Caleb, I think about shows like Brooklyn Nine-Nine, right?
Yes.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine is a funny show, and I love that show. And even Fox let that show go.
Yep.
And NBC
picked it up.
Thank you, NBC. Never thought I'd say that. Thank you, NBC. NBC came along and actually picked up that show and kept it going.
Realized how good it was doing and that it needed to be finished.
Yeah, and so I'm all for that. I'm all for judging shows differently. I don't know what that looks like.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how
I'm interested.
How you do it, but I'd definitely be interested. Let's see Cheese Whiz says, I'm a diehard Star Wars fan, but just last year I finished The Next Generation quick, so good, and Voyager was decent, and I'm liking Deep Space Nine better than Voyager, and I'm super stoked for the Picard series coming. Orville is next. Yes.
Highly recommend Orville.
Yes, highly recommend Orville. But I'm interested in this Picard thing too. First of all, what's up, Makita Gut? Hello, I haven't watched the show, but just want to say hi to you guys. Oops, no. Well, hi to you. What's up, Makita Gut? It's so good to see you. Thank you for joining the conversation. We appreciate you. But yeah, this Picard thing. Let's talk about that real quick, since we're kind of in this Star Trek kind of evening and vein. What is this? What are they? I've seen a lot of people concerned that they're going to ruin that they're going to ruin somehow Picard's legacy by doing this show. If it's not good, and I don't know, but like, what is this show? When is this show? That's
Yeah.
the better question. Well, I mean, I don't know if it's the better question, but it's a question that goes along with that. Is when is this show in the Star Trek timeline? Is this much later than Deep Space Nine? I mean, he looks the same. He practically looks the same as he did when when Next Generation first started. My dog just woke up and is
And
like,
he looks so cute.
doing that thing. But here we're shaking the dog.
See how cute he is.
He is right there off camera.
Making sure we're okay.
It's like mom and dad are talking about nerdy stuff, and I'm just laying here.
I'm just napping.
But yeah, so like this Picard thing, I'm really interested to see where that goes.
Yes.
And that's like one of those things. Like, I'm more Makita says, I'm more interested in the Picard thing than I ever was in Discovery.
Yes.
I mean, like, the Picard thing, if I hear good things about the Picard thing, that would make me like really, really want to see the Picard show. But I don't know. We got to see what that's going to be, because I haven't really seen much leak for that. Caleb said there was a leaked idea for a backdoor pilot following Alara as the captain of a battle cruiser, though this was before she left, so that was thrown in the trash. They were throwing around a season 3 air date for the backdoor pilot. Well, who knows, right? I mean, who knows? You never know what we're going to see. Cheeseman says, I didn't know y'all had a dog. Should be a part of the reaction videos. LOL.
Sometimes he is.
Sometimes he
is.
is.
Named Wookie.
Yes, his name is Wookie, and he's got a little Chewbacca collar, and lately he tries to show up in some of the videos sometimes, and but we have to watch it because we don't want to be too distracting while we're trying to do the videos. But yeah, he's precious. He's turning a year old.
Next week?
Next week he turns a year old, and unfortunately it's like we've entered the terrible twos.
It is. He's starting to chew things. He's an Australian Shepherd, and he just now is, he's got his toys that he chews, but now it's just like, hey, mom and dad are gone, and...
Oh, well,
Yes,
thanks,
we
Cheese Whiz.
have.
Yeah. We're glad to have you here. We are so glad to have you here, and we appreciate everybody.
Yes.
Who's found the channel, and no matter how you found the channel, and so we just try to do stuff that way, man. We just try to have fun and talk about stuff we love, and the dog gets in there sometimes, and sometimes it doesn't when we do pre-recorded things. We just
You'll hear chewing, or you'll hear all different kinds of
or you'll hear a little.
Because he has to use the bathroom.
Yeah, and sometimes we have to stop making a video so somebody can run him out real quick. But a little harder to do when it's live. But
now he's just napping.
Yeah, now he's just sleeping. But yeah, so we're kind of in the terrible twos, and he's just chewing stuff up, and oh my goodness, I don't know what to do. So we're...
He touches the toys, we're going to have an issue.
Yeah, a little bit. See what did Caleb say.
I just went, what?
Caleb says, Picard takes place around the time of the destruction of Romulus. It ties in with the prime timeline events alluded to in JJ's Star Trek 2009. Yep, so there's a little tie-in acknowledgement of the JJ Trek. Oh, well, thanks so much, Makita. We appreciate that. I appreciate that. I'm blown away, you guys, by just how awesome you guys are. Everyone who watches the channel.
And he's not just saying that to be mushy. He really
No,
means
I'm
it.
not. With everybody who leaves a comment and says something nice about our family, and and just says that how cool it is that our whole family is involved with the channel, and the things that we do and the stuff that we talk about, and like even like this last Tuesday when we did our Watch the Flash live thing, and we had some problems with our TV. And for those of you who are watching
Yes.
live, you know that we had to end up like
Technical difficulties.
I don't
Our
know what-
TV wasn't working for some reason. It was an easy fix later on in the night, but not right away. So we
so
took
check
it
this out.
upstairs.
If you were watching live, so we do this thing every Tuesday night. We watch the Flash live with you guys, and so turned it on. We had just been watching something on TV. It was no problem. Started the live stream, and all of a sudden we could hear it,
but we couldn't see anything on the TV.
so we know exactly what you guys experience
Yes.
when you guys can hear it, because we don't put it on the screen, because our viewers are the ones who asked us to do this, because we used to do a review show right after the Flash went off the air, and people said, hey, will you just watch it with us? Just you don't have to put it on the screen, just put it on, we'll watch it at the same time, or just watch, or just listen along
And then we
with you guys.
talk during the commercials,
And then we talk about
answer
it.
some questions.
Yeah. And so that's why we started doing it. Well, this last Tuesday night we couldn't see anything, and so Isaac and I were trying to get it to work, couldn't, so we ended up taking it up to our bedroom and sitting in there watching it with you guys.
Sat in our bed and watched
And
TV.
but it's like even
The
even
dog
nights.
was in on that
Yeah,
one.
the dog was in on that one for sure, right up
He
in
was
front
trying
of the
to
camera.
steal Isaac's spaghetti.
Yeah, but but even as discombobulated as that live stream was, you guys were just so great,
Yes.
because you guys just complimented the family and the dog,
And people wanted the blanket that we have
Yep, we got
hung up behind
we
our
got
bed.
we have a Han Solo and Princess Leia blanket that hangs above our bed. We are truly in this for real, guys. We are not fly by night nerds. We love
Well,
this
if they
stuff.
would have seen the headboard, they would have seen that this pillow, that yes, I made this pillow, and a couple of them in our living room. I made our headboard to look like this to match the blanket and some of the stuff in our bedroom.
Wow.
So we have Star Wars on our headboard.
Yeah. So so that's just what we do, and so you guys just coming along for the ride with us, and every time I see a comment from somebody, it blesses me, because we've had the channel for a little while now, and this year really we just got really serious about it, and I said, you know what, we're gonna do this as a family, we're gonna do this for fun and just have a good time with it, and we have, and you guys have been great, and so you guys keep us going, you guys keep encouraging us to do this, and we're gonna keep doing it, because we're just having fun doing it. All right.
So bring on your ideas and we'll see
Yeah.
what we can
So
do.
if there are videos that you guys would like, or topics that you guys would love to see us cover,
Trailer reactions,
please.
videos, things
Yeah,
that you want
please.
to talk about.
Let us
We've been
know.
getting messages, but it's nice to just kind of.
I try to react or to answer everybody's comments or whatever, and so please leave a comment, because we definitely see them, and like I said, and we try to answer them all, right? And so we're able to do that at this point because of where we're at, and so with the amount of people who watch and who comment, and so yeah, so let's go back, because you guys are having a conversation here, and I want to be in on it. Caleb says, according to new leaks, they're talking about 2 new spin-off ideas. One would follow Lamar as he becomes the captain of a science vessel. Really? LaForge, Caleb? Kind of like that. The other would follow Isaac on a diplomatic vessel with another Kalon, teaching him about other cultures, and would have a lot of non-union species join the crew.
That would be cool.
That's interesting. But I kind of want to see him keep everybody together for now.
Yeah, until
I don't think
until they can
Yeah,
need to split them up.
I don't think we're ready to just go splitting everybody up yet.
No.
I think keep the show going for what it's good. Don't be getting rid of everybody. Let's see here. Ruz1042 says, I'm disabled and unable to go out and interact much. I'm glad I found you guys.
Aw.
Ruz, see, it's stuff like that, man. That's... I'm going to get all emotional now. I'm glad you found us,
that
too.
we could be a light spot and keep. So if you have ideas, if you have things that you want us to talk about, and videos and everything that you want us to do, give us your ideas. We will do it just for you.
I'm glad you found us too, Ruz, because that's the thing is people are always like, oh, you guys seem so real, and you guys just seem to just be. This is as real as it gets, folks. We love this stuff, and I've been a nerd my whole life. and I can have these conversations all day long, and I do have these conversations because
He
I'm kind
does.
of that guy now with
Yes.
everybody that I know, and they all know it. Wookie woke up. He's over here giving kisses.
He's giving kisses to my.
But yeah, you know, so Ruz, that means so much, man. I'm so glad that that hopefully we're able to bring a smile to your face, and yeah, man, thank you. Thank you so much.
Got him in the feels.
Yeah, I'm really glad that you're here, man. Let's see here. Not talking Star Trek. I saw that. Oh, all of you watching on the bed and wearing your Flash sweatshirts. Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Thank you so much. Jesus says, yeah, I wasn't sure if you meant LaForge and the science vessel. No. Tutorial on homemade Star Wars pillows, please.
I will definitely have to do that because I have to make some more and I have to fix one of the pillows that this dog decided to eat today. So I will have to do that because it's super easy. All you need is your fabric of choice and the if you have a machine, it makes it a lot easier. You can do a hand stitch, but it takes a lot longer, and the machine makes it better. But then you can also get some fluff,
She also made these. So we got these right here. And,
which matches the Force is Strong with this one that we have on our wall.
Yep. And so she's actually talking about taking and doing the cushions on our
Couch.
on our couch. Oh, you want to see moving
Cheese
props
Whiz,
and
you don't
replicas?
even know. I think you just opened Pandora's box.
Well, Cheese Whiz, I'll tell you what. If you really want to see some stuff, find our.
It was the Flash episode.
It was the Flash episode
Yes.
just this last
Last
Tuesday night,
week.
where we watched the Flash with you. It's right here on the channel. Towards the end of the episode, I take you on a little bit of a
mini tour.
mini tour because our house, when you go to some people's houses, you know, they may have like china and some cabinets or like precious
I do,
moment
but
dolls or whatever.
Not much.
No, ours is
I
like
have
a
Christmas china.
ours is like a pop culture museum kind of thing. So I just kind of flip the camera here real quick. I won't take you on a full tilt
Just the room that we're in.
thing. But so this is the room that we're in. So this is our cabinet right here. I got some Voltron stuff up there. We got some pop figures and some
Bless
some
you.
Ghostbusters and Smallville pops and Indiana
Freddy.
Jones guys and stuff like that. And then you can see right here over our TV, right there,
Which
the Force is
matches the
Strong.
pillow that
This
we
one.
have.
And then over here in this cabinet, we got a bunch of other stuff. So up here we got Mork and Mindy, we got Knight Rider, we got Kit there, and General Zod, and more Mork and Mindy. There's some Mego guys right there.
Weird Al.
Weird Al.
We
Look
have
there.
to.
There's me. There's me right there. See there? There you are. Back to the Future. Got a couple Transformers in there. Some stuff back here like that. And then I'll flip this around. Right behind us here in the corner, we've got Black Series TIE
Ginormous
Fighter.
TIE Fighter.
Ginormous TIE Fighter. We got I got some classic cars there. There's Kit, Supermobile, and there's a General Lee up there.
Ginormous Pez.
There's a Batmobile collection and some other stuff. And so that's just what is in the living room. I actually have an entire toy room. Oh, thanks. Yes, those are Pez.
They are
Those are the
ginormous
giant,
Pez. They're
the
about
giant
like
Pez's.
this big.
Yeah. Actually, in our bathroom, our downstairs bathroom, is a Star Wars bathroom.
Yes.
And so we
That
have.
decal, if you have a Walmart near you, that's actually in the section where you find paint and you've got the stick-on wall decals. That's actually, I don't know if it's still available, but that's where I got it from.
Yeah, but so our thank you, Makita. Yeah, I actually got a really good deal on that from a guy, and could not believe it. So I couldn't pass that up. I actually have so our Star Wars bathroom is down here. We've got Death Star floor mats, and I've got I got a Return of the Jedi poster in a frame, and
all
Empire
the
Strikes
little
Back.
Pez's are lined up along the mirror.
Yep, and so I got all the Star Wars little Pez that are all up on top of the mirror and everything.
And we just talked about he has every lightsaber from the effects sabers.
I will show you guys something here.
And we also,
Be right back.
with the way that we have our living room is decorated, we were actually talking about possibly taking along near the ceiling and putting all of the lightsabers to just kind of add to this and the look of our
So this
house.
is my latest edition, ladies and gentlemen. It is the Episode 1 Obi-Wan Kenobi lightsaber. I have I have Luke's, well, Anakin and Luke's and Rey's original saber. Then I have Obi-Wan's Episode 3 lightsaber. I also have let's see, who else do I got? So I've got Vader's, I've got Yoda's, I've got
Mace Windu.
Mace Windu. I've got Darth Maul's double-bladed saber. Kylo Ren's saber. And I think that's all of them, isn't it? Oh no, I've got Luke's Return of the Jedi saber as well.
Yes.
And so so I've got several lightsabers now, and so I just picked this up
and
at
yes,
GameStop today.
we turn off the lights and we have lightsaber fights because they actually make saber sounds when you hit them together. Carefully, but when you hit them, they do sound
So
like
actually,
a lightsaber.
I'm going to do a unboxing and a review of this saber this week as well. So
Yes.
So be looking for that. All right. So that's my brand new little toy right there. But yeah, so we like to have fun. I've got some stuff. And hey, speaking of fun, don't forget,
Yes.
if you're new to the channel and you haven't seen it yet, you can win one of these, folks. One of the things that Tiff likes to say, she calls herself Grandtifftarkin.
Yes.
It's one of her handles. She likes to.
It's my Star Wars name.
That's right. She goes by Tifftastic or Grandtifftarkin. And so I made this for her at Christmas time. It is a Black Series Tifftastic. There you go, Grandtifftarkin, and it's got her picture on there and everything. And then she's actually got a bio and everything on the back.
That's personal to me. I'm a huge, huge, huge Mel Brooks fan. My dad raised me on it, so
Yeah.
it's a little bit of Mel Brooksy back there.
So, and here's the thing, guys. So there's been a great response to
Yes.
this, and that's cool. Makes me almost feel guilty that there's only 3 of these that are going to be made because she's got one, and of course,
I got the first one. It was my Christmas gift that he surprised me with.
if you make one for your wife, and it's an action figure of your wife, you kind of got to have one, especially given the fact that I have a whole wall of Black
Yes.
Series figures in my toy room, which is also in that video that you can check out.
Yes.
So here's the thing. So I made one for myself. We're gonna make a third one, and that's what we're giving away this month. So
On my birthday on February 1st, we're going to pick one, and then that's going to be my gift to you.
absolutely. So all you got to do is be subscribed to the channel, hit notifications, and then go to one of our social medias, which you can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Facebook under Poindexter Lounge. You can find us on Instagram, which I just started an Instagram
Yes.
for Poindexter
Couple days
Lounge.
ago.
Under Poindexter Lounge. On Twitter, we are Poindexter Lounge, but with no E in the
Yes.
middle because they wouldn't let us have the one extra letter.
We couldn't buy a vowel.
Yep, so no E, just an X in the middle. And then, of course, also our own personal Instagrams, which mine is EnoshFet1. Tiffany's is...
I'm at Grandtifftarkin for both Twitter and Instagram.
That's right. And then, of course...
And YouTube.
Yep. So you can look us up there. And so somebody's going to win this. I'm just... because of the outpouring of
You may
response,
need to be making
I
those
feel bad that I
and,
can only give out one. But, who knows? Maybe I'll...
Maybe there will be more that'll
Maybe it'll be
pop
like,
up.
hey, send in this much money to support the channel, and I'll make you one. All right? So that's that. So do that if you haven't
Yes,
already.
Go to the
All right?
places, do the things.
Do the things. But so in closing here, let's see, what do we got here? What did everybody say while I was gone?
I got one of the dog's hairs in my mouth. Okay.
Okay.
We're past the decals.
Oh, well, Caleb was still talking about some different... So there is also apparently a
Okay.
spin-off in the works that has been ordered to pilot but wouldn't start filming until after season 3. It would feature an entirely new cast and would be called Union Central. Now that I could see. That would be cool.
That'd be a cool way to spin it off.
Yeah, that'd be a cool way to spin it off, and would follow Union admirals and politicians in the New York capital of the Planetary Union. That would be cool. I would like to see that.
Next week's episode seems like it deals with the Union, so that would be
Yeah,
very interesting.
yeah. Season 2, sorry, not season 3. He said.
Yes.
Let's see. The title looks great. Walmart. Yeah, Walmart.
And I believe it was under $20 too.
Yeah.
So.
How was church today, Alan? Church today was different because today we didn't lead.
We normally do, and
Yeah.
that's actually another thing that some of the people on this channel have been following, which has been super cool, is because of him being a pastor and both of us singing, we actually have 2 different services. We have a first service, which is more choir and orchestra, and then the service that we lead is more contemporary. We have drums, guitars,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
So, but you can find that at
but people have
Central.
been following us.
You
on
can
watching
find that
services.
at centralnazarene.com if you're interested in that.
And you just click watch online, and you can either watch it as the service is happening,
Band-led
which is
service.
11 o'clock on
11 a.m.
Sunday mornings.
morning.
Or you can go back and watch previous ones. So if we've ever mentioned anything, you can say, "Oh, I want to go see what that was," or "I want to,
Yeah.
check out that solo or leading that song." Or
Yeah.
something
So, but
cool.
today we actually had the Olivet University
yes, choir and orchestra.
choir and orchestra, and so they led everything today.
It
so
was
I
a
kind of got
specialty thing, which it gave us a little time off, which
yeah.
is nice. Once
So I got a
in while.
nice day off, so I just got to enjoy it, and so that was good. And our pastor's hilarious.
He is.
Somebody did a mock-up of the
People magazine.
the Idris Elba picture for Sexiest Man Alive.
For,
my friend Joe,
yes.
my friend Joe did that, and so it's a picture of our
People
pastor.
magazine.
Yeah, and the People magazine thing says Sexiest Man Alive, and so he showed that today and was making a joke about that. So that was pretty funny.
Yes.
Um,
Definitely worth watching if it's something that
yeah,
you guys like.
yeah. I invite you guys just check it out if you're interested in that. Let's see.
Right there.
So cool. No way, I'm almost crying. I have Obi-Wan episode 4. Grandtifftarkin, you guys are amazing. Do you guys like Star Wars versus videos? I know creators you might be interested in. Star Wars versus videos.
Is that versus different videos that funny thing that we used to watch?
We'll
We'll have to look into that, Ruz, because we are interested in anything Star Wars, but also
Huge
just
Star
to see
Wars
what it's about. So send us a link or message us in one of our
Yeah.
our outlets, and then we can look into that, and that's something we can bring to the channel.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. Wow, how generous of you. Let's see. Cheesewood says, I only have a few Black Series figures. I have autographs, an episode
Nice.
for Stormtrooper helmet, and a full trilogy set, original Star Wars trading cards. That's cool.
Nice.
That's really cool. Maybe an Enosh Fett Black Series figure for 10,000 subs. I like
There
that.
you
So,
go.
so I've actually been trying to figure that out because I'd like to customize like a Jango Fett figure because you can find them for a decent price right now. But I got to find another figure that kind of looks more like me. I'm having a hard time finding an action figure that has a head that's compatible that would look like me. So
You have to get like a Superman head, and you have to like pencil in, the beard.
yeah. So if you know an action figure out there that would be compatible, like maybe
Challenge accepted.
like a DC figure or a Marvel figure that kind of maybe a young Obi-Wan, maybe. Yeah, it just depends upon the figure. So, but yeah,
We'll have to figure it out.
yeah,
Well,
especially now because now that my face is thinner, I don't, But yeah, so I like that idea, Caleb, for sure. And I've been trying to figure that out because I figured she got a figure. I want a figure too.
When she took my thunder, I was going to try and do that for you for your birthday, but it's going to be the same thing, trying to figure out which head to put on a Jango
Exactly.
Fett.
Alan says, my mom used to date a pastor. He was also a musician. Well, he wasn't me.
Oh.
I didn't date your mom. Trust me. I don't think so. How
Is
old
that-
are you?
I think, isn't Alan Warriors Nation UK?
Yeah.
So unless you've been to the UK.
I have not.
Okay.
Not yet.
Would love to.
We should talk James Bond if you guys like that sometime. I like
Very
that
interesting.
idea.
Like that,
I
Cheese
do
Whiz.
like James Bond, Cheese Whiz. While Orville is very much inspired by the original series Next Generation, the Union Central pilot is said to take inspiration from Deep Space Nine and ENT. Cool. That's cool. I would really like to see that,
Versus meaning
Caleb.
duels.
Yeah, I would really like to see that, Caleb, because I think that would be cool to learn more about that. Because, we know so much about the Federation
Yes.
and Star Trek and everything. It would be really cool to learn more about the Union and the history of the Union. Because we don't really know a lot about that right now. All we kind of know is kind of on the surface of what the show is. So I would be very, very interested in seeing a show like that kind of dug into a little bit more of the history and the whys and what's going on in that galaxy for sure. Let's see. Versus meaning duels that didn't happen in movies or media. Oh, is that kind of like I know there's like the superhero beatdown videos,
That's what I was
Ruz,
thinking of.
and There's a superhero beatdown, and then there's also I'm trying to think what is it? I think it's by Bat in the Sun, where they've done a really good job with some of those verses. Like I think there was one like it was like Deadpool versus um, was it Spider-Man? I think, and there were the one that was really cool was Batman versus Darth Vader.
Yeah.
That one was really cool.
You're saying versus, and all I can think of is Toy Smash.
Yeah, yeah. That was that one was really cool. If you haven't seen those, they're I think it's Bat in the Sun.
That's hilarious. There's another comment that I want to answer.
So I think that's Bat in the Sun Media or something like that, and they have I think it's superhero beatdowns is what it. They also had Wolverine versus Wonder Woman. That that was a great one too. So they put them out every few months, and man, did they do a good job with it. Live action, very cool, very cool to see. Beckett from Solo. Maybe I'd have to see what that figure looks like. But I think that might be a good one, Caleb. I'll have to check that one out. I've got it, so I'll have to go in the other room and
They should just
look.
start sending us ideas, and we can start checking out.
That's
different
right.
heads.
That's right. Your son could have his own toy too. Could be Dash from Incredibles.
Now, which one are you thinking though? The oldest one or the youngest one? Because my oldest, who
I think he means
obviously
Landon.
looks like, well, with the blonde hair,
Yeah.
the Logan, we have pictures of him dressed as the Flash because our kids,
Yeah.
we didn't have girls.
As
So
Dash, you mean?
yeah,
as
but
Dash, yeah.
he ended up we didn't have like a girl's trunk of clothes that they could try on, so we ended up getting Halloween costumes when they were 75% off. So they had their little costumes that they could try on, and he just constantly looked in the mirror and thought he was Dash. He put that costume on, and he just like that's who he was.
Next episode in that Vader fan film, we'll have a Wookiee throw Vader against a wall.
Dang.
Huh. Cheese was also says Beckett all the way. That'd be amazing. I'm
We'll
gonna have to
look
go look
into
at that
that
figure
now.
again. I'm gonna have to go look at that figure again. Oh yes, I can't wait for episode 2 from Star Wars Theory. Yeah, me either. I'm looking forward to that. I'm glad that thing got
I'm looking it up.
taken care of, and now that we can just move forward, and I look forward to seeing what Star Wars Theory can put out, and that we get a good episode. I just hope that he's able to raise the money. You know, I mean, I know that's got to be hard with all the stipulations that they put on him now at this point, but I'm really hoping that he's able to raise, because he said something about it's going to cost him like $250,000 or something. So I don't know. Do you think I look like Woody Harrelson? That looks a lot like Woody Harrelson.
It does look a lot like Woody Harrelson.
You know, the way that I discovered Tiffany's figure
Was from a fan.
Was actually no, it wasn't
Or
from
not
a
a
fan.
fan,
No,
you
it was
said it
from
was-
a. It was I'm involved in like different Facebook toy.
Oh, that's right.
Things. So I mentioned on one of these Facebook toy pages that what I wanted to do with Tiffs, and a guy contacted me right away and said, "Hey, you know, I think your wife kind of looks like this Wonder Woman figure," and so I was able to take the Wonder Woman figure, paint the hair blonde, and it worked out. All right, thank you, Ruz. I appreciate it. Yeah, we will definitely check that out.
Yes.
Let's see here. Real quick. Oh yes, I can't wait for episode 2. Death Battle from Screw Attack Rooster Teeth channel, maybe. I haven't seen that.
Death Battle, I remember that too.
I remember Death Battle. Yeah. The Screw Attack thing isn't or Rooster Teeth. That's not ringing any bells, but I do
There
remember
you go.
Death Battle.
I agree with Caleb.
If Gordon from Orville gets a figure, just paint the beard.
There
you go. Exactly. Yep. You know, and you know what other one I get all the time is, who's the guy? He's in all those Mountain Dew commercials with curly hair. He was on that show about baseball. I can never remember his name.
Or if Guy Fieri gets a figure.
She thinks I look like Guy Fieri too, when I used to have highlights, maybe.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's see. Yes, the smallest one. Yes, the smallest one.
Yes,
The Flash
I
fan.
agree.
Yeah. The Flash. He does resemble.
He does.
Because he's got that baby face, you know. Saved from Lucasfilm. Thank goodness. I just heard JJ had something to do with it. You know, that wouldn't surprise me because JJ is a good guy. People can say whatever they want to about J.J. Abrams, and people like him, love him, hate him, whatever. But, you know, J.J. seems to be like an overall good guy.
Yeah.
A Happy Hogan figure, maybe.
There you go.
Maybe.
I think that one, I mean, even if you have to paint it in a little bit.
Yeah, I'd have to paint the thing in. Yeah, so we'll find one, and then we'll
Keep sending ideas.
yeah, keep
and
sending
pictures,
ideas.
and that we'll have to figure it out.
A pose for you all. The jawline going. I got such a baby face that I gotta have the facial hair, otherwise I'd have
He
no
looks
jawline.
like 20 years
You like
younger.
this? You like this? I
Yes.
love this too, Big Tasty. I got this at
GameStop.
at GameStop today. This was one of the first things, so I got to tell you guys this as we're getting ready to wrap
He
up
got
here.
that one where I got my favorite one, the Oregon Trail.
When I started losing
You died of
weight,
dysentery.
it was funny because there were things that I'd been saving, shirts and things like that I'd been saving that I thought that I'd get to, and some of them just
You
I
bypassed.
dropped so much weight that I just bypassed stuff, and so I saw this Masters of the Universe shirt in GameStop, and they had an extra large, and I thought, oh well, I can't fit into an extra large, and I tried it on one night, but they were really expensive. They were like $20, but I was just like, Tiffany said, go ahead and try it on. It was the first time like I tried it on, I put it on, and people have been telling me like, you know, wow, like I hardly recognized you when I saw you again, like at church and stuff like that. But when I put it on, Tiffany actually took a picture of me because I put it on over 2 other shirts, and it fit, but it was just a little snug at that point because that was back in the summer, and so Tiffany turned the picture around and showed me, and I was like, wow.
It got real.
Wow, because I'm gonna get real with you right now. You know, like I got up to 430 pounds, and you know, I don't know how that happened. It just did. I've always been a big guy, but I had never gotten that big, and you know, I looked at that picture, and it blew me away because I hardly recognized myself, and I didn't buy the shirt that day because of that, because it was $20, but today it was $10, so I got it on sale. So, all right,
May
well,
the
hey,
force be with you too.
yes,
Whiz.
Cheese, we're gonna get out of here too. Caleb says real quick, do you think if you ever had enough free time on a certain day that you could do more live reactions? I'd love to watch the Orville with you guys. Yeah, it just depends on if we're, you know, that's our only thing is like being home during that. But we've actually talked about that, about doing other shows.
That people are
Yep,
interested
doing
in.
other shows live. So if we are, we'll definitely announce it. And I think the Orville is on what, Thursdays? So
Which I think could work.
which I think could work. So now that we've had this discussion about the Orville, we might just do just that. The only difference is like we're the only ones who watch it. The kids don't watch it yet,
But they can sit on their switches.
but maybe we can get the kids in on it too because it's a funny show. It's a good show, and I think that they'd like it too. So yeah, so we're definitely thinking about that. Mario Cat says, "Hi there. Just stumbled upon your channel. Will you do a live viewing of an episode of the Orville?" Yeah. So there you go. I think that would probably be a good idea. I think it'd be a lot of fun to do, and watch it with you guys. Oh, that answers your question. There you go. Thank you so much, Mario. We're glad to have you with us.
Yes.
We're so glad for every subscriber that we get, man. Everyone, and it just blesses me when they tell us, hey, you got a new subscriber. You know, when they're not just a number, you know, but they say, hey, we want to let you know that we subscribe. I appreciate that.
That is the Orville on regular TV or cable.
It's on regular. Well, it's on Fox, and so it's on Thursday nights. Or like Caleb said, if you don't have Fox or whatever,
Hulu has it the next day.
then Hulu has it, so you can watch it on Hulu as well. Let's see here. Yes, more reactions, Cheese Whiz says. We'll just watch all of our shows that we watch live with everyone. I think that's fun. We got to watch them anyways, but a lot of stuff we end up having to watch on the DVR depending upon the night.
Unless you want us to just watch it and fast forward through the commercials. We can do that too.
Yeah, Rose says, don't feel bad. I'm almost 200. Yeah, you know, but I've lost now 170 pounds, folks. And if you just watch some of the old videos from literally just a year ago, it's like night and day. I mean, and
I've dropped 65 pounds in 3 months.
yes, she has. So
And I just had mine October 22nd. So
yeah, so we're getting there, and it's good. It's good. We've made a lot of lifestyle changes. Really changed everything
feel
about.
better, healthier.
Yep. And that's what it takes.
More energy.
Yes, we had surgery, but you know the thing is, the surgery is a tool. It's not the end all. You have to put in the time and the effort and
And
you
it took
have
us
to make
40
the
years
change.
to get there.
You have to make the change, and that's what we've done. Maybe filmed reactions, though that maybe open you up to copyright strikes if you showed the video. Yeah, that's the only thing. We'll figure it out though.
Yes.
We'll definitely figure it
We
out.
like your ideas.
Yes, yes, we'll definitely figure it out. And you know what I find, actually, Caleb, it's funny because the whole copyright thing has kind of really come to the forefront with this whole Star Wars theory thing. With them getting hit with a copyright strike or a copyright claim. We get hit with copyright claims all the time. Awesome, Makita. We get hit with that a lot, and it's frustrating because it's not consistent, and so we never know what we're going to get hit with. But here's the funny thing: when we watch The Flash live, yeah, Caleb. Well, that was the thing. It was a month before my surgery. I got diagnosed with diabetes, and now after my surgery, no diabetes, no high blood pressure.
And I was borderline everything when they were pre-testing me for surgery.
Yeah,
so.
and it is hard, man. It is really hard. It is
Easier said than done.
Anybody who's struggled with their weight understands that it's not an easy thing, and it takes a lot. But
willpower is a hard thing.
I encourage you, and I've even thought about, and I haven't really done this, but I've thought about even doing something here on the channel, just kind of trying to encourage people, through after now going through what I've gone through and stuff, because I lost 30 pounds actually before my surgery, in the month leading up to, because I was diagnosed with diabetes, and I said, man, I've got to do something because that was one of the things I was doing the surgery for, was to prevent me from having diabetes and different things, because I never had diabetes or anything like that.
And we were on a liquid diet 2 weeks leading up to it to help, the kidneys and the liver and all that. But he lost that weight before being on a liquid diet.
Yes.
So.
I'm on the high end of blood pressure levels. Yeah, non-diabetic people. Yep. And that's where I was, man. And when I got diagnosed, it was hard.
I love that.
Well, Darth Hexius says, "Hey, I'm chubby. Why have a 6-pack when you can have a keg?"
Well played.
They're nicely done. But yeah, I know what I was saying is so I find it interesting because we get we'll get a copyright claim, and but the ones where we watch The Flash live, when we don't show the show,
even though they can hear it,
every one of those has gotten dismissed so far. Every one. And it's crazy though, because there's some that like we'll get hit with a copyright notice for something. It's like the stupidest little minute thing, and it's like really, and like but it is what it is. And the problem is with the dispute. Caleb says, "Oh, it sucks. I'm only 21. My doctor gives my life projection at the most 50, most likely early to mid 40s." Man, you know what, dude? If you ever want to talk offline or something, man, I'd love to talk with you, bro, because I understand that. I understand that concern, man.
That's why we got to this point.
And you know what? And you know what? Here's the thing: people change their lives and do it without surgery, without doing those things, man. And
it's a help, but it's also can be done without it.
Dude, I want to root for you, man.
Yes.
You got. Oh, thanks, Darth Hexius. Love you guys' channel, like how it's family oriented. Thank you so much. That's what we're all about. And hey, Caleb, man, I need you around, bro. I need you around to fact check everything I say and to
feed us information.
To feed me information about stuff.
Live shows.
That's right. To feed me information about stuff I don't know, and you're a great help, man. So yeah, man, we're all on your side here, bro. We're all on your side, man. So and every one of you, man. Like I said, we all know how that is, right?
Maybe we need to have one of these channel open.
Right, we can hold each other accountable, man. We can
Weight Watchers does it. Why can't we?
There you go. There you go. I don't know, but let's give some thought to it. All right. Oh yeah. Okay. Awesome. Hey guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm always blessed when you guys join us live and we have these conversations. I love doing videos and everything, but I love the live interaction videos because it's just like that. Caleb says, my dad got diagnosed with diabetes in his mid-30s and was my size. I'm 21 and I'm on the cusp of that. He's turned 50, and it's touch and go at this point. Yeah.
Well, we'll definitely keep in our prayers, and it's something that we will, like I said, talk to him after.
And I want you to know, man. I want you to know, like, you know, I say, like,
hope.
I'm going to definitely pray for you, and I believe that works. My life is a testament to that, man. Anybody who tells me prayer doesn't work, you've reached me too late, because I know that it does, and I've seen it work, and you know, I have no question if there's a God or not, because I've experienced it. Experiencing and trying to get proof for a couple of different things, but I tell you,
even going through your life-saving surgery, it was also, you had a week of complications that were also
but even more so, I don't want to be the guy who just says, well, I'll pray for you, you know.
He means it.
I'll pray for you for sure, but yeah, man, if you ever want to talk, man, hit me up offline, and you know, and we'll talk. All right, bro. But yeah, so I'm always humbled by you guys joining us live here, and just all your, like I said, your wonderful comments, and I love this interaction. This is what we started the channel for right here, is to have these kind of interactions and meet people all over the world. Now I look forward to, like, literally when I start off our videos and I say, hello, nerd family.
And tell us where you're from, which is awesome, because we get to see all over the world where people are coming from. It's
exactly,
awesome.
Exactly. And, you know, and every time I think, oh, should we do a live video of this, or should we do a live video? And then we have a night like tonight where it's just like we got to hang out with you guys and have fun.
Or we don't feel like editing videos, so let's just do it live.
There you go. There you go, right? So look for a lot more videos this week. Like I said, we shot probably like 4 or 5 videos today. And so we got some various topics coming out on the channel this week, all right? So thanks so much, guys. Share the channel with other people. Let everybody else know what you found.
Share the nerd love.
Right? Wherever you're at, man. Wherever you're at. I found your channel reacting to the Vader fan film and subbed. Thank you, Darth Hexius. Appreciate it so much, man. We're so glad that you're here. See, thank you for the stream, California.
Nice.
What's up, Makita? I love California. I lived in California for a while. I was actually born in Las Vegas, Nevada, so I love the Southwest for sure, man. Caleb says, I wish I had that certainty. It's weird being in the middle. Too skeptical of religion to believe and too skeptical of science to know. It's a bad sense of limbo. Yeah, man, I know. But you know what? Here's what I believe. Here's what I believe. I believe the scripture tells us that God is a rewarder of those who diligently seek him. If you're seeking, if you want to know the truth, you'll find it. And he'll reveal himself to you. And I'm going to pray that he does. All right. What's up, Tennessee? What's up, Ruz? Yes. What's that?
Ruz is from Tennessee.
Ruz is from Tennessee. That's awesome. That is awesome. I love Tennessee too. I'm a musician, so I gotta love Tennessee, right? So thank you guys for joining us tonight. Texas, baby, Darth Hexius.
See, I love Texas. I love Texas. Austin and Georgetown are the last 2 places that I've visited, so love it down there.
Oh, well, thank you, Mario Cat. All right, Caleb, we'll see you Tuesday. And Mario Cat, thank you. Says you seem awfully nice. And also, you other guys in the chat, looking forward to the next live stream. Good night, everyone. We will see you guys Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as we watch The Flash live with you. And then after The Flash,
living room or in our bedroom, we're going to watch it.
That's right. And then after that, at 9 o'clock, shortly after 9 o'clock, we take a break right after The Flash goes off. Then we come back live for Talk Nerdy to Me, where we do kind of this, and it's just kind of round robin, and we talk about all kinds of different stuff. All right, guys. Until next time.